I'm DigiBro, and you're in the rant wormhole, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can become one of those people and get one of these videos. Today's comes from the request of Satoshi Nakamoto, who says to rant about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general. I bought $50 worth of Ethereum some time ago. I have not looked at what it is worth now. It's just sitting around in my bank. And that's the full extent of my personal interactions with crypto. I'm fascinated with it. I think that it's obviously a good idea. I'm more fascinated really with the blockchain as a concept because I'm big into the idea of getting the internet off of servers and like decentralizing and like making it so that it's harder for things to disappear from the internet because one person doesn't want them to be there anymore. You know, to make it so like there's just a system of checking and rechecking hosts all around the world, and it's extremely difficult to dupe or lie to or to take control of, or you know, to gather all the power in this endeavor. You know, like it's always going to be a bunch of people hosting a consistent blockchain that is being rechecked against itself. It's like, you know, it's just a lot harder to fuck with than any one entity, you know, being in control of something. So I like the idea of the blockchain, especially its potential for video hosting. But the problem is that it needs more people to host it and to understand it and to have any real incentive to involve themselves. Because, like, when it comes to anything, really, there's always, like, an if you build it, they will come almost chicken and egg kind of scenario. Where it's like, in order to justify the existence of something, there needs to be an audience, but sometimes there needs to be an audience to justify the existence of the thing in the first place. So in the case of like Bitcoin, it's like, or just, you know, really Bitcoin is starting to actually be usable, but most of them, it's just like you can't really do much with it other than perhaps, like with Bitcoin, you could buy gift cards for businesses, you know, for however much money you want using Bitcoin, and then just spend your gift cards, you know, as opposed to just paying money for something, basically. But like the only reasons you would do this are either that you are into crypto for investment purposes and you're always like buying low and then trading high, you know, like getting more bang for your buck, basically. If you are successfully doing that, that's cool. That's everybody who's into crypto right now, though, is like investment people, or like the few people who really care about laying low. And like most of those people, it's like if you're not doing anything criminal, if you're not doing anything that you're worried about someone tracing you doing, why the hell do you care? You know, and like sure, it might help to bring down forces that you don't want to be in control and stuff, but it's just like, you know, as human beings, we are complacent in things that work. We do not want to uproot our systems for no fucking reason, or when it's less convenient for us, and especially when we don't really understand what we're changing, and if it makes things more of a pain in the ass, we definitely don't want to do it. And that's the state that crypto is in, is that like, it might be a good idea, it might work for a lot of people, and if you're an investor, you could probably make some money, you know, trading cryptos and stuff. But as like a just everyday Joe, there's no reason to get interested in it if you can't use it, you know? If, sure, you can use Bitcoin, and like increasingly you really can just, you know, pay for things in Bitcoin. That's cool. That might help, you know, if it keeps growing. Maybe more people get interested. I, again, am more interested in people just knowing about what the blockchain is and, like, you know, pushing up the newer protocols that might allow it to, you know, allow something like DTube to be more than a badly running fucking, you know, thing where I can't, like, my browser crashes every time I try to upload a video to it. Like, if we had a better version of something like that, it'd be great. But, like, yeah, I think that, like, you know, I bought $50 in Ethereum just because I wanted to be, I wanted to see what it feels like, I guess, to have crypto. But like, I just immediately couldn't find anything to spend it on, and I was like, well, you know, whether or not this even makes sense to purchase for me just depends on whether the price of crypto goes up, like, or of Ethereum. Like, if Ethereum becomes worth more, I've gained money. If it becomes worth less, I've lost money. But like, you know, that's money and you know, I could just trade it back into money whenever. So like, ultimately, I could just view it like I bought a stock, you know. But like, um, why bother? Why bother doing that? You know, if unless you are intent on doing extensive trading, but I'm not. So basically, crypto is pointless for me, but I like the idea of it. So I hope it catches on. I hope that eventually people get on board and start hosting them blockchains. That's it for this rant.